Many thanks for joining us again on the newsroom. The ongoing probe of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, by the House of Representatives Committee has been suspended for 30 minutes after the acting managing director of the agency, Anambra Ponde, suddenly became unconscious. Ponde, who appeared to be under a panic attack, slumped while being questioned by the panel. He was immediately rushed out of the room to receive medical attention. In view of this, Chairman of the panel, Thomas Eritobi, announced a 30-minute break. The NDDC is being investigated for alleged financial misappropriation at the agency.
Virtually every question we are asking you here has to do with the budget. The budget is very important, even to private individuals, because you are not expected as an agency to spend money outside your budget. I hope you know that.
Yes, sir.
Now, you told us under oath right here that you are still preparing to pay money to students who are on scholarship. Now, we are aware that you don't have a 2020 budget yet. What you are operating is the 2019 budget, which, as you know and as we know, ended May 31st. 2020. We are now in July, so you are not expected to be spending money from budget 2019 that has expired. From where are you going to spend this money? You said here on oath that you are preparing to pay students who are on scholarship. Are you aware that every expenditure you make from 31st May till date are not
Emerging Leaders Forum of Nigeria has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to suspend the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, and all those involved in the allegation of fraud at the Niger Delta Development Commission. The national president of the forum, God's Time Samuel, while speaking at a press conference in Abuja, said the decisive action would stop the drift of the commission.
If Senator Akpabio and his instituted Interim Management Committee in NDDC are confident that their hands are clean, then they should submit themselves and make themselves available to the NDDC Committee Pro Panel at the National Assembly. Rather than grandstanding and sponsoring youth groups for cheap propaganda and protests as confirmed by our intelligence report available to us, we call on the Minister of Niger Delta, Chief Godswill Akpabio, to honorably step aside. Otherwise, we call on the President of Nigeria to apply public service rule and suspend Godswill Akpabio to give room for an unhindered investigation by the National Assembly, as in the case of Magu. There shouldn't be any form of selective justice. We are saying there should be selective justice if we are saying anti-corruption should be campaigned about. The same way Magu was suspended for the probe panel to investigate him, Akpabio should also be suspended for the probe panel of the National Assembly to do their job.
President Muhammadu Buhari is in a closed-door meeting with Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai at the State House in Abuja. Though the agenda for the meeting is yet to be revealed, it's believed to be centered around ongoing military operations in the country, particularly in the northeast and west. President Buhari, in a meeting with service chiefs and other security heads, had warned that he will no longer tolerate escalation of insecurity. This meeting follows Sunday night attack by suspected headsmen on Kura local government area of Kaduna State. The All Progressives Congress has commenced its primary election to select a flag bearer for the upcoming ONDO governorship polls. A few hours before the election kicked off, two more aspirants stepped down from the race to support incumbent Governor Rotimi Akeredolu. The aspirants, and this brings the eighth total number of aspirants contesting the primary poll, And so far, 4 people have abandoned the race to support Governor Akeredolu, who's seeking a second term in office. 2 persons have lost their lives in a fatal accident along Mike Ojigbo Road in Obosi, Anambra State. The accidents, which occurred around 9 a.m. on Monday near the police station in the area, involved 5 vehicles. One of the vehicles, an articulated truck, went up in flames immediately after the crash. The Sector Public Education Officer, Federal Road Safety Corps, Pascal Anigo, confirmed the incident. He said the body of the dead has been evacuated to the morgue while the injured are receiving treatment. Let's take a break here and we'll be right back with COVID-19 updates. Do stay with us. For the first time since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, Edo State has topped the list of states with new cases on Sunday. In a Sunday night tweet, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NDDC, announced that 104 confirmed cases were recorded in Edo out of 556. Although Edo State has recorded over 100 new cases previously, it's the first time the state will take the spot for the highest figure of new positive samples in the country. The second highest case figure was 57 and was recorded in Lagos State. The Ogun State government has replaced striking doctors working at the Olabisi Onabanjo University Teaching Hospital COVID-19 Isolation Center with volunteer doctors. On July 1st, members of the Association of Resident Doctors ARD in Shagamu had begun a strike, and some doctors at the isolation centers joined the industrial action last week. Some of the doctors' complaints include non-implementation of the new minimum wage, hazard allowance, inappropriate remuneration, low entry level, and absence of a life insurance policy for its members. ARD Secretary Tokwe Oshundara confirmed the replacement of the doctors with volunteers, adding that they hope the government will call for a meeting this week. The National Institute of Pharmaceutical Research and Development, NIPRD, Nigeria's state-run pharmaceutical research institute, has declared that Madagascar's coronavirus herbal drug is not as potent as claimed. NIPRD's Director General Obi Adigwe also told newsmen that Madagascar officials were hiding the analysis of the drug. In the report he presented to the Health Ministry on Sunday, he added that safety studies show that COVID organics, CVO, do not alter the normal physiology of the animals. In April, Madagascar had launched the COVID Organics, an organic herbal drink claiming that it can prevent COVID-19 and cure the infected. Let's take a break here. I'll be right back with business updates.
Now believe this corrupting. You know if you touch black man. If you like, gather the whole Niger, come together, make a cough. Nothing.
Which one you want?
Give me V and D.
I beg, get small pieces.
How much you want to give him?
Give me 200. Take your change now. You don't want your change.
My people, this coronavirus, na serious matter. May una wash una hands regularly. Come use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. If you no see water, wash your hand. Make una sit down for house. You see this virus, so e no get leg. Now we dey waka kurukere. No waka around, make the virus for die. No forget, say the betterment of our people. Now for your handy day.
This message is from the Akinfade Foundation in partnership with the National Orientation Agency with support from MacArthur Foundation.
The Central Bank of Nigeria will be holding its 274th Monetary Policy Committee meeting later today. The Apex Bank revealed this in a statement published on its website. Last May, the MPC had reduced the monetary policy rate from 13.50% to 12.50%. It also retained the cash reserve ratio at 27.5%, while liquidity ratio was left at 30%. Sudan's former autocratic president Omar al-Bashir is facing trial over the military coup that brought him to power more than 3 decades ago. 76-year-old Bashir is currently behind bars for corruption and could face the death penalty if convicted over his 1989 coup against the democratically elected government of Prime Minister Sadiq El Mahdi. Sudan has also pledged to hand over Bashir to the International Criminal Court (ICC) to face trial on war crimes and genocide charges related to the Darfur conflict, which left 300,000 people dead and millions displaced in a scorched earth campaign against the 2003 insurgency. It's the first time in modern history of the Arab world that the architect of a coup goes on trial, although the man dubbed the true brain behind the military overthrow, Hassan Turabi of the National Islamic Front, died in 2016. Nigel Pearson has been sacked as Watford manager with just 2 games left in the club's fight for Premier League survival. This was confirmed by the club in a statement on Sunday. The 56-year-old only took charge of the Hornets in December and leaves with the club 3 points ahead of the relegation zone. He's the 3rd manager to be axed by the club this season following the exits of Javi Gracia and Quick Flores. Pearson has been replaced by Hayden Mullins with Graham Stack as his assistant to take up the role of interim head coach for the Hornets' final 2 fixtures of the season. And that's it on the newsroom at this hour. Thank you for watching.